I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com and NoBSCoachingAdvice.com. And the question I received is, why do employers avoid hiring job seekers who have been out of work for a while? Great question. And I'll simply say that there's a logic to it that you as a job seeker may not like, but it is their logic. And what they work with the assumption is a lot of firms have already interviewed you. And a lot of firms have rejected you. What's wrong with them? Why is it that this person can't get a job if they've spoken to so many companies, so many firms for comparable positions? Why can't they get a job already? What's wrong with them? And that what's wrong with them is the big part of it. Like, I remember when I was a rookie recruiter back in the Stone Ages, no computers, we'd mail resumes or have a messenger on staff to deliver them to a client. There were no fax machines. This was the Stone Ages of recruiting. You worked with index cards. That's how long ago this was. And, I remember like the first or second person I personally interviewed. And I'd been trained to ask, so where have you been on interviews so far? And he listed 19 places to me. And I went into the more senior recruiter with all my notes because I was given a stack of questions to ask and was sweating bullets, perspiring, because this is like a beginning interview for me, an early stage interview for me. And they take a look at the list of firms that this person has been to and been turned down at, and their reaction was, he's a bum. He's no good. And, following up on the guy, he didn't find a job for another year. He was out of work for close to 2 years before finding a job. And it was in a company that wasn't perceived as being particularly good. It was not on our radar. We chose not to work with them, et cetera, et cetera. And thus, it taught me that lesson of how employers look at them. Now, you may say, this is a recruiter saying he's a bum and that he's no good. But the behavior of the employers told us that they didn't value what he had to offer. And thus, we learned from them how they evaluated and assessed. After all, 19 interviews. He interviewed and was turned down. 19. And thus, employers avoid hiring people who've been out of work for a long time for fear that they are bringing on someone and there's something wrong with them. And we're not talking about references. We're just talking about they're not competent at what they claim to have proficiency in. Hope you found this helpful. Again, visit JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. Join me there. I've got a lot of great information to help you. Have a great day. Take care.